What's going on YouTube? Desmadre57 bringing you another tier list because guess what? It's tier list Sunday. So in today's tier list, I'm going to be ranking all the Call of Duty Zombies perks, ranging from World at War to Black Ops 4, and then I'll kind of give my thoughts on where the Cold War perks go, and you guys can, do what you wish with that information. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it over here. So over here we got we're going to start off with some of the BO4 perks just because I think that's the easiest for me to get out of the way, since they are the perks that I have the least amount of knowledge on. So I'm going to start off with Time Slip. I think this one's a good perk. It's, it made the mystery box Pack-a-Punch go faster, and it was one of the main 4 perks I would utilize back on Black Ops 4 because we would play 9, and anytime we got a fire sale, we'd rush to a box, try and get the Serpent's Kiss, try and get that wonder weapon. So yeah, oh no, Serpent Kiss, it's the Circuit's Kiss, ain't it? It's like Circuit's Kiss. Whatever. Death Perception, bad perk, pretty self-explanatory. You could see enemies through the wall. You get like visual indicators around your around your screen if a character was coming up on you. Ethereal Razor, this was for melee users, based off of what I've seen, gameplay, because I don't think I ever used this perk, but based off of gameplay, it's an average perk, melees can only take you so far in Black Ops 4, so it's like, eh. So you had Electric Burst over here, which was pretty much, the BO4 version of Electric Cherry. So this one was just Electric Cherry, but I think the modifier here, let me look up what the modifier is. It says reloading stores an electric charge on the player's melee weapon. The next melee attack empowers the weapon to shock enemies for a limited amount of time. The emptier the magazine, the longer the time. So I think the one thing that was different about Electric Cherry and this one was the lower your weapon was. So like even if you emptied out the full clip, the stronger the damage was of the burst. So this one's kind of good, actually. I think it might, on paper, it might be better than Electric Cherry itself. I think I want to put it in good. I think I'll probably put Electric Cherry in good as well when we get there. Dying Wish, this is going to be our first God tier perk. It's pretty much giving you a second chance. You went into this Berserk mode where you could just have, extended melee damage, all that kind of stuff. And then you had the cooldown on it, so you didn't have to buy it again. It would just need, some time to cool down. Now, that was kind of irritating personally because, sometimes I want to get my perks and be good for the rest of the game, So, going on, I think I have over here, let's see, what do I have? Let's see. I have Stone Cold Stronghold. Sorry, I was just trying to make sure the music stayed playing. Stone Cold Stronghold. This one's an average perk. You stand in place, get that increased damage. There's like that circle that goes around you. Modifier causes like zombies to take damage or something like that. Victorious Tortoise, this was also another average perk where if you had your shield out, you would block damage from all around you, but it would only last so long. Once that shield was broken, it would create that explosion. It was an average perk. Deadshot Dealer, I can't remember if this was anything different than Deadshot Daiquiri, so I'm going to have to look at that real quick. It says aiming down sight snaps to the enemy's head, reduced hip fire spread, and recoil when firing, remove scope sway, and then gain a damage boost when on a headshot streak. So on paper, this one sounds pretty good, but I don't remember anybody ever hyping it up. It sounds good though, like it really does, because pretty much like the way I'm gonna rank this is like, since it's a BO4 perk, I probably put it down an average, but like when we get to these later perks, like I'm gonna take it by its best version, because these were across all sorts of games, so we're just gonna take the best version of it. Bandelier Bandit, this was another good perk. You started off with more ammo. That was pretty much it. Winter's Wail, when hit by a melee attack, generates a frost explosion that will freeze or slow enemies nearby. Players can store 2 charges. And then like the modifier Frost Explosion triggers a slowing field around the player for a limited amount of time, store an additional charge. Okay. I think I used this one on Voyage of Despair. This one was okay. I think it's another average perk though. You know, I think the one thing that Treyarch was trying to do was take away the crutch perks. You know, that was the whole goal of Black Ops 4. And then they ended up creating more crutch perks. Like, that was just kind of a thing that, you know, happened. Yeah, whatever. This one is PhD Slider. So, it says here, slide up to build a charge. Once fully charged, slide into an enemy to trigger an explosion. Gain immunity to explosive damage. So, because of today's system, you know, BO4 system specifically, you know, we didn't have the dolphin diving. This one, it sounds pretty good, but I just can't recall anybody ever using it. It probably, you know, should be an average. I think PhD belongs, you know, up in this section here. I'm just going to give a disclaimer now. I think, you know, most of BO4 perks are going to be an average because BO4 really didn't have that many memorable perks unless they were just straight up dog, you know. So Zombshell creates a contamination field that lasts 5 to 10 seconds, slowing down zombies and increase damage done to them. When the player stands in the field, they will be ignored by zombies with the modifier. On paper, this one doesn't sound that good, in my opinion, but I don't think it belongs with Death Perception there. Death Perception was pretty bad. It really was. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to just put it there, and then, you know, if you guys disagree, fight me. And then we have Blood Wolf Bite. That's what this one's called. I don't remember how this one works. It says over here, let me find it. Call in a wolf to help the player when dealing a decent amount of damage for 45 seconds. Chances for zombies to drop small amounts of ammo and points, as well as a special weapon charge when killed by the wolf. And that's the modifier. I remember using this one because wasn't the dog's name like Luna or something like that? It's another average perk. What do you want me to say? It is what it is. Blaze Phase up next says when the player crouches, they build up a charge. Untouching during this will send the user straight forward at extreme speeds, killing or knocking down zombies in the way. Modifier allows the player to change it into an additional state, which is infinite until hitting a surface. On paper, it sounds cool, but I remember this one being another average perk, to be honest. I really do. Secret Sauce. Now, this one goes up in good because it was just a fun perk to use. You know, you got a random perk from all these ones here. I thought that was really fun. I use Secret Sauce a lot. Sometimes I would even use it as the modifier slot. So, you know, the modifier, it says you know, you would just get the modifier of the perk that you would receive. So, yeah, I really enjoyed Secret Sauce. I thought it was a cool addition to Call of Duty Zombies. It was better, in my opinion, it was better than Wonder Fizz because, you know, you didn't have to go to a machine to receive that random perk. You would just go, you would have this one selected, and then you would just, you know, get a random perk. It's hard to explain, but in my head, it makes sense. PhD Flopper. This one's going into Legendary. You know, you were immune to fall damage, immune to explosive damage, splash damage, and then you could create explosive damage by dolphin diving from high spots. So, yeah, Legendary. Juggernog, that's a, you know, god tier perk. I don't think I'm gonna get an argument from anyone there. And then we have Vulture Aid over here. I like Vulture Aid. I think it's gonna go in the good category though. It replenished your ammo. You got points off the ground from it, and you could stand in like the zombie mist, their farts, and be invisible to them. So, but it was just like, you know, when it's on a map where you have an infinite ammo weapon, and you know, you have those, I don't know, I just it wasn't utilized to its highest, you know, it just wasn't utilized at its highest potential, to be honest. So it just kind of it should be in Legendary, but because of the only map it's on and buried, it's a good perk. Tombstone Soda. This is going to go into average, and the reason why I'm going to put it in average is because in Cold War, I think it's good. In Black Ops 2, I think it's bad. I think that averages out in average. I like how in Cold War, they kind of just put Who's Who and Tombstone together. And so, like, I'll probably put that, you know, Who's Who in average again, because down here, it would be, you know, Black Ops 2, and then up here, it'd be Cold War. So yeah, I'm gonna put that there. Double tap. You have double tap from World at War. Double tap is my favorite perk of all time. Not just, you know, double tap 1 or 2, but both of them together. I really loved both of the perks. I kind of want to put it in bad or average, though. It's not good. It really isn't. It hurts me to do this. I don't think my heart can handle putting it in bad, to be honest. It was average. It really was. It just sped up your fire rate, but you just ran out of ammo faster. So like you really had to train in order to utilize it, but it wasn't that good. Stamina. This is a legendary perk, and you know, I would say from Black Ops 1 and 2, it would be up here, I think. And then like for later CODs, it was in here because it was like in BO3, it was kind of useless in my opinion, because you had that slide mechanic and you could just endlessly slide to wherever you were going. Black Ops 1 and 2, you know, made it God tier because you didn't have the luxury of sliding. But then you have Cold War, where it's like you have both the luxury of sliding and way faster movement speed. So it's like, I think Legendary is a good spot for it. Electric Cherry, like I said, I'm going to put it in good. It doesn't have the modifier, like, you know, the additional damage, the emptier the gun, like Electric Burst has. So it's like, I kind of want to just put it in average as well. But I just love Electric Cherry. I think this is good, actually. I think average is pretty good. I'd say this is probably like one of the only times a BO4 perk will beat an OG perk, like before BO3's time, I guess you could say, or even BO4's time, other than, you know, these three, obviously. Yeah. Okay. Quick Revive. God tier. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in God tier. I think Quick Revive is one of those crutch perks. Like not necessarily in World at War because you didn't have the self-revive mechanic, but you know, when you did play with friends, you revived them quicker. You know, and then Black Ops 1 introduced, like, when you got down, you would be able to self-revive. You know, it was cheaper when you played solo. And then, you know, when you had it when you played friends, you know, it was faster revive. And then you got it in Cold War now, where you can, you know, heal up faster, revive friends faster. If I'm missing something, you guys can let me know down in the comments. But yeah, those are pretty much its main, you know, duties there. Deadshot Daiquiri. Man, I want to put it in Legendary. You know, people used to make fun of it back in the, you know, BO1, BO2 days, where, because like nobody wanted it, right? I always liked having Deadshot. It wasn't one of the 4 main perks that I could get, though, because there were so many other perks. But now that we have, what's it called? Cold War's Deadshot, it really just raised the bar on it, because, you know, Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 3, it'd be down here and good. But Cold War really made it like legendary to good to God tier over here. So it's like it's in between these 2 tiers here for Cold War, and then it's in between these 2 tiers here for, you know, Black Ops 1 to Black Ops 3. So I think it averages out in legendary pretty well. I think, you know, having that extra headshot damage, being able to lock on the zombies' heads, yeah, I think that's just a great perk. Speed Cola. This is where I would put it if I'm talking Cold War again, because it kind of took time slips stuff with it, right? I believe so. Or is that stamina up? It could be stamina up. Regardless, I think it's a legendary perk. I don't think it's a god tier necessarily. Now, just because of my pure and utter love for Double Tap 2.0, it's going into god tier. It doubled the bullet output. So if you had 50 bullets in your gun, you were shooting 2 bullets at a time, right? So, you know, it basically you had 100 bullets in the clip. So you were doing double the damage, and you shot faster at a faster fire rate. So yeah, Double Tap is definitely my favorite perk of all time. So that's where that's going. And then we have Widow's Wine here. Widow's Wine, I think it's another one of those god tier perks. You know, you got hit, you know, the spider web would explode, then you're safe. You would just get hit and the zombies are slowed down. Or you know, it turned your grenades into the spider web, so you just throw one and then boom, zombies slowed. They did more damage. This was pretty much the poor man's Juggernog. However, it costs more than Juggernog. It's like 4,000 points, I believe. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I think for like if you're including prices and stuff too, you know, Juggernog is one of the best perks ever, if not the best perk ever. And then you have Widow's Wine over here, which was pretty much just Juggernog 2.0. And when you paired them up together, it was like, damn, what the hell? So, over here we got Mule Kick. What I would do for this to be in Cold War, man. This is going to be a good tier perk. And until it comes to Cold War, you know, it's going to stay in good tier. It's a good weapon. I utilized it the most whenever I played Buried. Or, not Buried. Well, yeah, Buried, obviously. And then Origins. You know, I'd have a staff, the Mark II, and then the Mauser. Just to be that OP. So... but yeah, it's a good perk. I would say it's not one of those ones where it's like a necessity. It's not necessary. Now, I don't know what these perks are. I've never heard of them. I gotta look. Chance Shoes and Slappy Taffy. Yeah, is that Infinite Warfare perks? Maybe? I don't know. Okay, so going through... Cold War's perks, you know, I'm not going to go through the ones that are already in there, like Jug, Quick Revive, Deadshot, what else is in there? So, Elemental Pop, right? We have a perk where fully maxed out, you get the Electric Cherry, and then you have a random weapon modifier, like ammo modifier, every couple seconds or so. So, when you're shooting, you know, I would place Elemental Pop probably in the good category here because I think it's better than all these perks, but I don't think it's necessary. Like, it's just one of those perks that are there. And then going on, what else is in Black Ops Cold War? Don't think we have anything new. I think that's like the only brand new perk. Because, you know, I would put, you know, Juggernog up here, Quick Revive up here, Stamina Up is probably up here, as probably in Legendary. Deadshot Daiquiri in Cold War is over here. Tombstone and, I think Tombstone's would probably be in Legendary. Or, no, probably good, yeah. Legendary's, you know, a bit too much. I think that's it. I think there's only 6 or 7 perks in Cold War, and I think Elemental Pop is the only brand new one. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments below. Speakola is also in there, so yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, I'd probably put Elemental Pop in the good category here. But yeah, that's my tier. You know, that's my tier list for all the Call of Duty Zombies perks from Black Ops 1 to Black Ops Cold War. Obviously, Cold War's icons and you know, logos are not in here. If they were, then I would have ranked them, because I don't like leaving stones unturned, right? But yeah, I'm happy with this list. Unfortunately, I don't know what these two are down here. I didn't play a lot of Infinite Warfare. We all know World War II was dog shit, and Advanced Warfare was decent, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But nevertheless, there it is. So just wanted to let you guys know, if you guys like today's video, make sure to drop a like. Comment your 5 favorite perks down below, because these would be my 5 right here. Not in order, obviously, because, you know, double tap is number 1. I'd probably put Jug here, and then quick revive. Hello, can you move? Thank you. And then this was probably, I guess that's how I would have my god tier perks. I didn't necessarily base these off my favorite perks, because if that were the case, you know, Deadshot would be in there, Jug would be in there, Speed Cola, double tap. I said Deadshot, I believe. Yeah. And then probably Stamina Up or Electric Cherry. It'd be between those two. But yeah, comment your top 5 perks down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to be continuing this series where I do tier lists every Sunday. And then, you know, share the content amongst your friends and family, and hit that bell for post notifications so you never miss a future upload or stream. And as always, I hope you guys have a great one. If you made it to the end, consider dropping a like and subscribing to my YouTube channel, and click on one of the videos over to the right. Thanks.